Hi, hi.
So this is another episode of LH Crypto Fortnite Analysis. And this time we're saying just short goodbye to Catherine, who is, shifting towards
remote work, you know.
Yeah, she's always at the edge of all the modern tendencies. So remote work is just one of them.
Some tech analysis of Bitcoin as usual.
And we just couldn't pass by the freshest news on the international bank frauds investigation.
Okay, I have also some IPOs and some other promising services.
And we also cover all those rising issues on the second wave of COVID-19. Freshest info just for you, briefly. Let's go.
Okay, let's start with Bitcoin as usual. As we're shooting this video, it's around 10,200, 10,300, and actually tech analysis shows that the trend is still bearish and it's still going to be bearish for a while. So it may test the level of 10,500 and then go as high as almost 11,000. But it is most likely that the bearish trend will still go on for maybe another week, I can't say, and it may go as low as 9,740. But I've seen many news that there is still some threshold that Bitcoin will never ever go to. It's like 6,700.
The world is shaking in the fear of the second wave of coronavirus. European health ministers has already raised an alarm bells on the impact of the so-called second wave. The amount of new cases is rising rapidly in France, Netherlands, Austria, Germany, especially in the south part. It all makes markets a little bit less positive than they were the previous fortnight, sending them down and into the flat tendency. Some stocks have dropped even greater than the indices which they consist of. And we, of course, cannot pay attention to shares of Tesla.
Tesla, your favorite
which
boy.
took more than 7% pre-market fall last Wednesday after investors apparently deemed the electric vehicles company much anticipated battery day. Why is that? A lot of good things were announced by Mr. Musk. Million-mile battery, the plans of in-house battery production with no cobalt.
Recharge?
Cobalt. So rising manufacturing capacities to 20 million cars a year, which is about the fifth of a quarter of the world consumption, world sales of cars.
That many?
And plans to manufacture only 25,000 USD fully self-driving electric vehicle in just a year or two. We witnessed how Tesla performed greater than any analysts would think of. And so we believe that, like many analysts, that this was just a short sold out. Tesla is a good advice for long-term investment.
So you were talking about a good advice, and I'll be talking about a bad advice for investors, especially for long-term investors. So there's a platform that has gained a lot of, it is turned more and more popular these days, maybe this year. It's Robinhood. I guess it's somewhat like Kickstarter or something. This is how I explained it to myself, where different, mostly tech and high-tech and blockchain projects come and say, hey, look at us, we're so cool, invest in us, with no intermediaries, no people to share and steal our money, just you and us. Well, it's like a hedge fund where you can just directly give money to a young, promising project. But I'm not so positive about it as their marketing team. I think that still all those intermediaries, they can filter the most unpromising ones and just control and give some, guarantees. So this platform mostly has some projects that are either too green to turn into something big, or they're just scam. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's a very good idea to find the next unicorn on Robinhood.
Adding to the sharp drop of global indices, banking industry experienced the biggest suck in years, while the results of Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, a division of American Minister for Finance, leaked to a so-called international consortium of investigating journalists, and they announced it on BuzzFeed. So it turned out that in recent years, between 2011 and 2017, banks, well, almost all the global banks, especially in Europe, touching every country from France to Germany and Russia, managed to perform, well, thousands and tens of thousands of financial transactions, which they knew nothing about their sources, about the final beneficiaries, and so on and so forth. So just billions and billions of USDs have been transacting from one part of the world to another, financing, as it is suspected, terrorists. North Korea, it sent banks down to almost tens and, well, huge numbers of percents, and well, it seems that the end of the story is not near. It also seems that this is quite a good shot to Europe from United States, just at the rise of all this Nord Stream buzz, and especially in the rise of all this election buzz. So, well, we think that it might come down after the elections of the US president, because Biden is facing, well, the necessity of friendship with Europe. So let's see, but until now it's better to short banks, especially those actively touched in these reports.
So there is coming an IPO on 29th of September, an IPO of Palantir Technologies. It's going to have direct listing, so they're not going to release new stocks. They will just let their shareholders share or sell their stocks. It's a company that does big data analysis, and they have two major fields of expertise. They work with the U.S. Secret Services. They like all those counter-terrorism programs you have mentioned, right. And they also have some commercial side. So they sell their services and their software to companies to analyze, organize, and protect their big data, so that they could just, I don't know, see things clearer and make better predictions and forecasts and plans and so on. So it's a very nice option for traders, actually, because it's something that people will turn, all the eyes will be turned on that. So there will be a lot of fluctuation, just as with Tesla and stuff. Okay.
So, Tuesday, September 29, we'll see the Conference Board Consumer Confidence Index in US and monthly German CPIs, which are both expected to fall and slow down a little bit. Another concern of investors this fortnight. Wednesday, September the 30th, Chinese PMI's Day, employment in Germany and US, European Union CPI and US GDP. Thursday, October 1st, October already, manufacturing PMI in US and Germany. And finally, next day, employment and non-farm payrolls in US. This is enough for today. Well, yeah, say goodbye to our viewers, at least till the first springs of spring. Yeah, well, okay. See you in 2 weeks.
Bye now.
Subscribe to our channel, follow news. Bye.
Bye.